What's up, everybody? Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. So we're checking out the Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat Redeye. We just got this as a milestone prize car, and we're going to figure out if it's any good or not, right? We're going to do a shift pattern, tune, review, find out if there's a live racing setup, all that good stuff. All right, here we go. We're going down the track. Let's see what we get, guys. Let's see what time it runs. Okay, so the very first thing we are going to show you guys is how to shift this guy when you have it 100% maxed out and how to tune it. And then we'll move over to the same thing on stage 5, and then we'll go do a little review. So if you have all the stage 6 parts and all the fusion parts installed, this is how you're going to tune it. Nitrous all the way to the right. Final drive right around 2.23. Tire pressure 26 psi, and you got a 53 and a 47 up there. All right, so this one drives a little different than most cars. So what we're gonna do is let go of the gas right around number 1 to launch. We're gonna get into 4th gear as quickly as we can and hit our nitrous, and then all good shifts after that, right? 3, 2, 1, go. 2nd, 3rd, 4th nitrous, right? And thank you to Nitro for CSR for letting me use your account. I don't have this car fully upgraded on my account, so Nitro, thanks, buddy. That lets me make videos like this for you guys that I can't make on my own account. So we ran an 8.012, all right? Not too bad at all. And the car has a dyno time of a 8.159, so hey, it's beating dyno naturally by a little bit on the maxed out tune. So let's go check out what this does on stage 5. And then we're going to talk about the car and see if there's a live racing tune. Okay, now we're going to go see what we can do on stage 5. It looks like this car basically can run a 7.9 something if you max it out 100%. So right now we have it refit back to stage 5, and this is going to how you're going to tune it and shift it on stage 5 parts, all right? We got the nitrous all the way to the right, the final drive down on 2.5, and tire pressure in the same place, 53/47. All right, so now let's go do a couple of test runs, and I'll show you the best shift pattern for the car on stage 5. All right, so we're going to shift it the exact same way as we did when this one was maxed out. I ran through a bunch of different shift patterns, and hey, the original one for the maxed out version still seems to be the fastest on this car. So same thing, let go of the gas around number 1, get into 4th gear as quickly as possible, and hit your nitrous. 3, 2, 1, go. 2nd, 3rd, 4th. See right there, for some reason I'm having a hard time getting it to shift into 4th gear. I don't know what it is, but I actually had to hit it twice to get into 4th. Now if we got into 4th instantly, it might run just a little bit faster, but we're getting like 9.5 somethings, 9.57s, which isn't too bad, with a dyno time of a 9.7. So it's beating dyno, guy. This is a nice little dyno beater, so that's always a plus, right? That's always a plus. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little review, and then we're gonna look and see if there's a live racing tune for this as well. All right, so a lot of you guys are probably wondering, should I build this car? Is this car worth building? Well, I'm gonna say yes. I'm going to say yes. There is a live racing tune for this, and we will show you that, guys, in just a few minutes. But it's fast enough. It does beat dyno. It can be set up good for live racing. I mean, it's just going to be an all-around nice car, all right? It does over 300 miles per hour. 0 to 60 and 0 to 100 times are pretty decent. And, yeah, it's just an all-around nice car, guys. So if you've already got a bunch of really nice tier 5 cars, I don't think I would bother building it unless you need a good tier 5 live racer, okay? But Dodge parts, not that hard to get, okay? Not super hard to get Dodge fusion parts. So you're doing pretty good with this car if you do build it. We'll say that. So it'll beat Tempest races, okay? You get enough parts on this car, it will beat Tempest, no problem. It's going to do anything you need it to do for the most part, except for beat the fastest cars in the game. On the list of all the tier 5 cars, when it goes to how fast this is, it comes in at number like 321 or something like that. So it's not super fast, but it's pretty darn good overall. All right, let's go and get into a live racing setup for this car, and this is where this car is really going to shine. Now let's go ahead and talk about this live racing setup. This is a excellent live racing car. We do have a low performance point, high Evo setup for this. And you have to set up the car exactly the way I show you right now, or this will not work. You have to have the exact same parts installed as this, or don't even bother, right? A lot of people don't set these up right and think these things don't work. But if you set them up right, they do work. So let's start with the engine. We're going to refit the engine to stock. Turbo to stock. Intake, stage 3. Nitrous, stage 2. Body, stock. Tires, stage 4. Transmission, stage 4. And that's how you need the parts to be set up. And every part, for example, we've got a stage 4 transmission. So stage 1, 2, 3, and 4 have to have all the fusions. For example, the nitrous, all right, stage 1 and 2 both have to have the fusions, all right. Whatever stage you have installed, every stage up to that has to have the fusion parts installed. And we got a tune that's going to get us into the 11.8 lobby. We got an 11.801, and our goal is to run 11.802 or slower. We want to get as close to that as possible without beating the dyno time, okay? When we win live races while beating the dyno time, our car gets pushed in the faster lobbies, and then we can't win anymore. This type of low performance point, higher Evo tune sets up a car so you can win live races without beating that, and you will always stay in the same lobby, and you won't have to reset your cars for live racing. And that's the beauty of these tunes. They're phenomenal for live racing. All right, so if you got all the parts set up the way I just showed you, you're going to put the nitrous all the way to the right, final drive at 3.40, and tire pressure at 56 in 44. That's a 27 psi. Now you can bring that down to 3.30 and you'll gain a little bit extra Evo, and that will get you into the like 11.7 something lobby. But I like to be right at the top of the lobby there. I should say at the bottom, however you want to say that. 11.8, that's the perfect place to be in my opinion. And I'm going to show you guys how to drive this. All right, so the shift pattern is going to be very basic, right? Hold down the gas, let go just a little bit after number 1. Try to get a perfect start. Around like, I don't know, 30 or 40 miles per hour, shift into second gear. And you don't really have to hit your nitrous, but I would probably hit the nitrous on 3rd, 4th, or 5th. All right, you can kind of play around with that to determine how you want the car to run. You can make this beat the dyno by a little bit, which we don't want to happen. But anyways, let's try this. We'll try nitrous on 4th this time. 3, 2, 1, go. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and nitrous. 5th. And I accidentally shifted in the second gear too early. All right. So let's see what time we ran. We want to get as close to 11.8 as possible. We got an 11.721. So I shifted too early and it beat dyno by too much. All right. We don't want that to happen, because if that does happen, this car will get pushed. Oh, come on, Donna. You broke my game. Remember, you do not want to beat the dyno time. That's the last thing you want to happen on this particular type of live racing tune. So let's try that again. We're going to let go of the shift into second gear a little bit later this time. 3, 2, 1, go. 2nd, 3rd nitrous, 4th, 5th. But yeah, you can play around with which gear you're hitting nitrous in, okay? That will make it run just a little bit faster or a little bit slower. Around 3rd or 4th is usually pretty good. There we got an 11.881, so that one was a little bit slower than the dyno time, but you guys get the idea. Change how you shift into second and your nitrous to try and get as close to the 11.881 as possible. It might take a little bit of playing around with, but that's basically the deal on how to set this one up and drive it for live racing, and it will pretty much stomp everybody. Thank you to Nitro for CSR. I don't have this car upgraded on my account yet, so he lets me use his account, which is really awesome. I got the maxed out car on this account. So Nitro, thank you. There's a link to his YouTube in this video's description. So let's try this one more time. This time we'll hit nitrous on 4th. 3, 2, 1, go. 2nd, 3rd, 4th in nitrous, 5th, 6th, 7th. And if you notice, I shifted into second somewhere between 30 and 40 miles per hour. And that's really right about where you want it to be. Then we got a 11.799. So that was super, super, super close to our 11.8 dyno, okay? If you're beating the dyno by a teeny tiny bit like that, I wouldn't worry about it too much, okay? But try and run just a little bit slower than the dyno. That last shift pattern right there was probably going to be your best bet. And remember, you can always downshift right before you cross the finish line, and that will keep you from beating the dyno. Just make sure you don't downshift too early or the guy you're racing may fly past you. But this live racing setup should win the majority of the live races. All right, we got like 2.5 more times Evo than we do performance points, which makes for a great live racer. Usually gets a good lobby advantage when it has something similar to this going on. So anyways, I think that's the deal with this car, guys. Definitely worth upgrading. It's going to be a good live racer. And yeah, I think that wraps this one up, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this one with your friends. All right, lightning out. Have an awesome day, and you guys are amazing. Thanks for watching. See ya.